Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. So in today's video, I am going to be making the 8th easy crochet scarf for beginners tutorial. This will be a scarf that you should be able to finish within 1 to 2 hours. So after this video, the scarf tutorial, I will have 2 more for a total of 10 videos that should give you guys, you beginners, plenty of material to kind of work with and perfect your skills. Okay, things you will need for today's scarf include a pair of scissors, a darning, weaving, tapestry needle. Okay, you will need some yarn. I got this, as was the case in last week's video, from Hobby Lobby. I don't think it's online, and I got it maybe 1 to 1.5 years ago. If you are looking for this colorway, it's called Songbird Stripe, and the color number is 591. Okay, this yarn calls for a 5.5 millimeter US hook, and that is a 9, I guess, I9, but I'm going to be using a 7 millimeter crochet hook as I have been. Okay, and this is, if you're wondering, it's a medium yarn. Okay, medium 4 yarn. Alright, let's get to this very easy tutorial. Alright, as is often the case, we're going to start with a slip knot. Make sure you make your tail long enough so that you'll be able to weave it into your work very easily. Okay, and yeah, just create this slip knot, insert your crochet hook. So this will be long enough for me to weave in when I get to that point at the end of my project. Alright, so the multiples are such that you will chain out an even number of stitches, okay? And then you're going to add 2 more stitches to that number, okay? So let's just get to chaining. Make your chains nice and loose so that you can enter them really easily. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And once you chain out your number and you think you have your scarf wide enough, you know, if that width, that length becomes the appropriate width, then you can, stop at that number. Okay, so I think I said that's 14, so I'm going to chain 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, and now I'm going to make a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, this is the 1st chain from the hook, this is the 2nd chain from the hook, this is the 3rd chain from the hook, and this right here where my thumb is, that's the 4th chain from the hook. So I'm going to yarn over, enter the chain, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Next one, yarn over. This is the next chain right there. Enter the chain. You guys know I like to get 2 little loops on there when I go through a chain a lot of times. Yarn over, pull through to the front, and then you have 3 loops. Yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Okay, so just continue putting 1 double crochet in every chain, and I will meet you once we get to that last chain there. See you there. Alright, I'm at that last chain, so I'm just going to put my double crochet in there. And I misspoke. I lost count when I was chaining out, so I chained out 16, and then that was where I stopped to show you guys, the width or whatever, and then I ended up chaining 2 more. Okay, so for the foundation chain, so I chained out 16, and then I stopped and I was talking, got distracted, and thought I left off at 14, but I left off at 16, and then I chained 2 more chains for the foundation chain. Okay, so whenever you do that, what will happen is the number of total stitches for that first row, when you count that chain 3 that was created by crocheting into the 4th chain from the hook when it was there, right? What you have is the total number of stitches that you chained out before you added the 2 additional chains. And I know that sounds really, really confusing. So let me just give you actual numbers. Okay, so remember, I chained out 16. And so what I'm saying is that you should have 16 stitches here. Okay, so let's count. Counting this chain 3, as I said, that was created by us working that first double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Voila. Okay. So yeah, when you're working with double crochets and you work in the 4th chain from the hook, what I'm saying is how many ever chains you create before you do the foundation chains, like the +2, that's how many total stitches you should have for the row. So I chained out 16 before adding 2 more to make a total of 18, and I arrived at 16 stitches. I hope that's clear. Alright, so now to the fun and easy part. This is really going to be a super easy scarf, you guys. So we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. We're going to turn our work. And in this very next stitch, so this chain 2 counts for that first one. In this next stitch, we're going to put a front post double crochet. Sorry, I'm acting as if though you've seen my other tutorials. This could be the very first one that you're seeing, so let me demonstrate appropriately. So because it's a double crochet, you yarn over. Now, because it's front post, that means you come from the front on the right side of that stitch, around the back, and back out to the front, just on the other side of the stitch. Now we yarn over, and you pull through like that to the front. And now you have 3 loops like you would with any other double crochet. So you yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. Okay? And we just made a front post double crochet. In the next stitch, which is the 1, 2, 3, the 3rd stitch, that gets a regular double crochet. So we just yarn over, slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front, 3 loops, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And you're going to alternate now. So the next stitch, which is the 4th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and notice how this chain 2 is for that stitch, this front post is for that double crochet, this regular double crochet is in that double crochet, and this 4th one, that's what's also going to get the front post. So yarn over, come from the front on the right side of the stitch, and it's going out to the back. Okay? Then essentially we're just going around that same stitch to come back out to the front. Now we're going to bring our yarn from behind forward and yarn over like that. And now we're going to pull our crochet hook through like that for 3 loops. Leaving 3 loops on your crochet hook. Now we're going to yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2, yarn over, go through 2, 1, 2. And the next stitch, the 5th one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that will get a regular double crochet. Okay? And you're just going to alternate now between front post double crochets and regular double crochets. Okay? So front post, regular. And remember, with the regular, you just slice the icing off the top of the cake. You enter the top of the stitch. It look like a little mini heart. In the front post, you come from the front of the work to the back, back out to the front, yarn over, and then pull it back out to the front. So regular, yarn over, this is the aerial view, slice the icing off the top of the cake, yarn over, pull through to the front. Okay, and then for the front post, yarn over, go from the front, back out to the back, and around, get this around that same stitch, coming back out to the front. Okay, now we're going to yarn over, and I'm going to go back to the back when I pull this through so you can see. I'm going back like that. I'm just pulling it back out to the front. And now my yarn is back and back, and then I yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Okay, and this is what it's creating. So just keep alternating. Regular double crochet, front post double crochet, regular double crochet, And then with this chain 3 on the end, and it is actually a chain 3 because that's how many chains we left when we worked in that 4th chain from the hook, you can just go into this chain 3 space. If you want, you can go into the top chain of the chain 3, but it's not a big deal, and it's just easier to go into the chain 3 space like that. Okay, so now for row, that was row 2. Now for row 3, we're going to chain 2, and this is what you're going to do every single row. You're going to repeat what you just did for row 2. Turn your work. Okay, this chain 2 will count for that first double crochet there. And now what you're going to do is you're going to put a front post in this next one. So yarn over, front post, double crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to put a regular double crochet. So slice the icing off the top of the cake. Next one, front post. Next one, regular. Okay, front post. You guys remember you can slow this video down on YouTube. Regular. Front post. Regular. Front post. Regular. Front post. Regular. Front post. Regular. And then just work regular double crochet into that chain 2 space. Okay, so that's row 3. So remember, I chained 2 at the beginning of row 3, and then I started with the front post, and that's what you're going to do every single row. So you chain 2, 1, 2. We're starting row 4 now. We turn our work, and we start, remember, with the front post. And then the next one is the regular. And don't let it hide from you. See how it's kind of bunched up like that, and it looks like that's the next stitch, right? But if we spread it, where did you come from? Okay, your regular double crochets, you guys, are always going to be in the stitches that are sitting further back. Okay, so the ones up front, those will get the front post double crochets. Once again, it looks like this is the next stitch, but spread, look what's there. Yes, that one sitting in back, as I just said, is the one that's going to get the regular double crochet. It's hiding. Okay, so this one is kind of up forward, so it gets the front post double crochet. And then the one that's hiding right now, spread, there you go, that gets the regular, slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Okay, so continue with this pattern, you guys, until you get your scarf to your desired length, and I will meet you there. Have fun. Alright, it is time to finish up this scarf. I'm going to crochet one more row just to make sure you guys got it, but this is essentially what it looks like. It's very beautiful. Alright, so just finish this row, starting another one, chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. Alright, remember the chain 2 counts for that end stitch, right? The next one always gets the front post, treble or double crochet. And then remember to spread, find that hidden stitch there. And remember the one that's in back always gets the regular double crochet by slicing the icing off the top of the cake. Okay, so front post, just remember the stitch that's in the front gets the front post, and the stitch that's in the back gets the regular double crochet. Front post, regular double crochet, the one in the back. Front post into the stitch that's in the front, and then regular double crochet and the one in the back. Front post, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, regular double crochet, front post double crochet, regular double crochet into the one in the back, and then just put a double crochet in this chain 2 space. Okay. And I would do another row, but this is all that I have left of this skein, so we're gonna end it there. Chain 1, fasten off. I don't even need to cut my yarn, so I didn't even need my, well, I guess I do still need my scissors because I don't want to try to weave in all of this, right? I was gonna say I don't even need my scissors, but I do. Alright, so cut your yarn, grab your weaving, darning, tapestry needle, feed the yarn through, and now it's time to weave in this yarn through some stitches. So just find a nice area to weave in. Okay. And now take a slightly different path going through the stitches to go back in the other direction. Alright, and then cut this down without cutting your work, of course. And then this one, this was the tail that we made when we made that slip knot at the very beginning. We'll do the same thing. Interestingly, we are working with that same kind of variegated color, that army green, and I don't even know what color, that tannish color. Sure there's a better name, more specific name for it than tannish, but yeah. And then yeah, just pull through. So doing the exact same thing and then cutting that down without cutting your work. Okay, and this is your scarf. So for those of you who are wondering, this is about, it's 4 inches wide and it's about 5 feet, so 60 inches. Okay, but it's so wonderful. The really wonderful thing about this scarf is that the thickness of it. I wish you guys could like come in to the camera, like reach through the screen and feel, but like because of the staggered, like the staggering that's going on with the front post and then the regular double crochets, it creates like this thickness and it just feels amazing. Okay, so yeah, let me try to zoom out a little bit, and you guys know I will include a picture in the video so you can get a fuller view of it. But yeah, this is basically the scarf. I have to say my favorite color in this colorway is that blue right there, but you guys know that, well, most of you probably know that blue is my favorite color anyway. So so yeah, this is the scarf, you guys. I hope you like it. And wow, that car is really loud outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Anyway, alright you guys, so this is the scarf. I hope you like it. That's gonna be it for this video, but you know I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy crocheting.